Well, because in order to make a YouTube video, you have to talk to yourself like you're some kind of schizophrenic. Wow. That actually works really nice on this thing. Man, this thing might actually be kind of low miles. Needs carb work. As long as I dodge all the giant gaping holes in the trailer, it should be fine. Okay, kids, let's go. Oh my gosh, the brakes work? Crazy. It says it's got 94,000 on it. Can I see the pedals, guys? Man, that might actually be 94,000. This thing may not have rolled over 100 yet. Let's see, we got 6 Copenhagen lids so far. Hey!
Wait!
The goal is to get this thing running for like, well, pretty much no money, because that's what I have. So my good buddy Dan offered to let me steal all the engine components that I need off of this truck. Appreciate it, Dan, you the man. I'm sure he'll be featured in a video here eventually. Ooh. Oh no. Oh no. Okay. Well, let the autopsy continue. Oh no. Oh, that's terrible. What is that? I think that used to be oil.
This deal's getting worse all the time.
I'm gonna clarify at this point. My buddy Dan told me that there was probably water in this, and then it sat without the spark plugs in it. So, thanks. I don't blame this on you. Let's see if we can clean it up.
When I was just a boy, Christmas brought so much joy. Couldn't wait for the presents and laughter. I couldn't sleep late at night, looking for Santa with lights. Those are the memories I still remember. Then I became a man, lost sight of who I am. But right in front of me was the answer. 'Cause on Christmas I feel joy, and I turn back to a boy. The answer is to stay young forever. This is not a Christmas, this is not a Christmas song. This is not a Christmas, this is not a Christmas song. This is not a Christmas,
Joey's making fun of my fuel setup. He doesn't like this. What the heck? You don't like my fuel setup?
It's a little redneck.
That's safe. Look, we got a safety gas can down there going to the pump, and then we're going to spray a little bit of fuel all over before we start to fire it up and see what happens. All right, let's throw a battery in this thing and see if it cranks over. Have you seen on one of my videos, I was welding on the frame on my 76, and I realized I was welding immediately next to the gas tank, and I was like, I'm going to slip a piece of metal in right here for a little guard. Okay, is it going to do stuff? You just keep backing further. What are you scared of, Joey? What we're going to do is we're going to go even sketchier.
Oh no. He's going to short it or what?
Yep. Wait, why are you shaking your head? Would you sketchily touch those two legs together?
Oh.
How come it did something for you?
I don't know.
Why did it work for you? Doesn't work for me. Apparently, you're a better electrician. Hey!
Hey, I fixed it!
Thanks, Joey. Yeah! Well, Joe, you know what I think we should do now? I got a Sawzall. I say we cut that exhaust open and start it again. Well, what in the hillbilly elegy? Don't pay any attention to that. There's RTV. Actually, that's just straight silicone on the rear main seal. Well, that's why it wasn't working very good. Well, I got to get all that RTV out of that groove that some genius put in there. You can see some of it right there. So I pulled this string through here. I put it on a drill and twisted it up, and then just worked it back and forth until it pulled all that old RTV out of there. Now I'll be able to slide the new seal in. In the interest of keeping my sanity, we're going to ignore that oil leak. It's down to a dribble now. We're going to start working on cleaning this engine bay up some more. Big thing is, I don't have the key, so I'm going to have to figure out how to drill that lock out, hopefully without destroying the ignition switch. I need to clean up this engine bay. I like Ford motors because they put the distributor in the front where you can get to them, but I don't like Ford distributors. I put these Chevy HEIs in. They're way more reliable. They start hot, which I've always had problems with Ford distributors when they get hot. One wire to run them. I can get rid of that ignition module, tidy up the wiring. I need to clean all that up, get the coolant sensor plugged in, oil pressure sensor. I also like Chevy one-wire alternators for the same reason, basically. I can get rid of this regulator module here. On my 460 that I put the one wire in, it was really easy. There's a factory spacer. Just replaced it with a bigger spacer that I made. As you can see, so I'm going to run the alternator right here, which won't be a problem. I'm just going to have to extend that. So that's the original end. There's my extended piece. Pretty good, huh? This is the original coil plug. I just kind of ripped the red-green wire out of it. And then it will actually plug right in to the HEI coil. I'll just tidy the wiring up, and that's all I got to do. And I even have the extra tail there that I'm probably going to make a plug on to put an electric choke in here. Perfect. Some tractor belts, some tractor supply, got the wiring hooked up, new alternator is hooked up in place, no field coil on this one, it's one wire. Starter's all hooked up, all the engine wiring routes along here. Have you ever seen these guys? These are called Mag Daddies. Get yourself some of them, they're great. Coolant sensor, oil sensor, ignition, added electric choke, got rid of the ignition unit on the firewall. Tidied everything up. We're getting real close here. The problem with running this HEI distributor is it is much taller than the factory setup, and there's no way that air cleaner is going to fit there. I could go with an aftermarket unit, but I'm going to try making a spacer first because I really like the original. If I kind of worm it in there, you can see I'm going to need about 1 3/4 inch spacer is what I figured. Let's see what we can come up with. So maybe some of you guys like these rims, but I can't stand them. They gotta go. We're gonna get some Steelies on here. I got my assistant with me today.
It's just falling off.
Oh, well, it's because you got it. It had some locking lugs, so had to kind of jam a socket on there. These look great on here, but unfortunately these are Chevrolet wheels, which means that the center is too small to fit all the way up on the hub. Well, thank you guys for watching. This has been a fun project, bringing the old girl back to life. Thanks to my brother and Joey for helping me get this thing running. Thanks to Dan for all the parts. Subscribe if you'd like to see this thing in action. We're going to be road tripping it here soon. Have a good one.